10 rules that those that manage their weight, or I should say weight window, which is what I encourage my clients to have, is a weight window, but 10 rules that those that manage their weight window apply to their life to stay in that weight window. Welcome. I'm Tracy Hensel. I'm a certified professional coach and owner of Hensel Coaching and Consulting. My team and I of coaches help people just like you achieve goals, whatever those goals look like for you. To learn more about me and my coaching and consulting business, check out the Hensel Coaching and Consulting website. I also have a personal brand website. Both of those will be linked in the description box below today's video. So what is the magic potion that those that maintain their weight or weight window have that those that don't manage their weight? Where is the missing link for them, and where's the magic potion for people like me? Well, today I'm going to share those 10 rules. Yes, you heard the big magic word, rules. Rules. Whoa! Who wants any rules in their life? Maybe I should say 10 boundaries that they implement to stay on their weight maintenance game. Now, some of you may be thinking this video isn't for me because I'm more about losing weight. Well, this video actually is for you as well, because one of the biggest misconceptions that people have is that once they lose the weight, it's all done. They achieve the goal and now we just go about our normal business. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, because what you did to lose the weight is essentially what you will do to maintain your weight. So believe it or not, if you are in a weight loss plan right now, what you are doing, you will continue to do. And it is so important that you know this. Now, there is a small percentage of people that manage their weight. That percentage goes down the older we get, because most people believe that with age comes weight gain. But that is not the truth. Why is it then that sometimes we see people in their older years or even middle age like me maintain their weight? Are they just lucky? Well, a lot of people that don't manage their weight actually believe that. They believe you're lucky and I'm unlucky, and boy, if they only knew that that's not the truth, because those of us that appear lucky actually put the work in, while those that aren't, or the unlucky ones that they think, just aren't putting the work in. But it's really hard to swallow that pill and take accountability for what you're doing. And yes, the older we get, the harder it is. Trust me, I know. I'm in my 50s and I'm full-blown perimenopause, so I know how hard it is, but I also know that I am in full control of where my weight is going to be. So maybe that ball has been tossed to you, but what you do with it will be up to you. So let's dive in with number one. Number one is there is no off season, and this includes diet and exercise. There's no period throughout the year where they're on their plan or they're off their plan. 365 days per year, every single year, they are on the plan. There's no off season with weight maintenance. Speaking of exercise, those that maintain their weight exercise year-round. Again, there's no off season. And while for some it may just be walking, they aren't going to miss their walks. They know what magic number they want to get in per week, and they will make that happen regardless of what's thrown their way. And if something is thrown their way that throws them off, something that comes up and creeps in from the outside, because this does happen, we all experience, even us lucky ones, we experience it too, they get right back on the plan. So they may miss a week because, let's say, a loved one is in the hospital and they have to give their time there, they will always get back on their plan, and they will also do their best to try to get in what it is that they typically do for exercise. Even while we're on vacation, we're still moving. If our workouts don't take place, we still focus on movement. We want to walk everywhere we go because we want to make up for sometimes the extra indulging that we do on vacation. Number 3, they know and plan that most all of their meals throughout the week are going to be clean and their calorie intake managed. They know that if they don't eat this way, the weight will creep back on, and they also know how hard it is to get back off. They are not lucky. They're just like you. They have to put the work in. They are simply not willing to sabotage their hard work for short-term gratification, and often that's what it is. They also keep their emotions out of it, because if you get your emotions involved in what you eat, then typically you're not going to make great choices, and they know, once again, that's a short-term gratification. They're not willing to go there. Number 4, they know better than to bougie or glamorize their food, because they know when you add in the sauces, in the butter, and the nuts, in the dried cranberries, in the dressing, and this, that, they know that they are just adding more calories and calories and calories. They don't need any special recipe for what they eat. Those that manage their weight are very simple eaters. They're clean eaters. It's very simple food. It's literally a chicken breast, maybe with salt and pepper and some steamed broccoli, and that's it. They don't need a recipe to bougie up the broccoli, and they don't need some casserole type thing to bougie up or glamorize their chicken, because they know they're just welcoming more calories, more fat, more sugar, and more weight. Number 5, water is their primary source of fluid. You will always see that those that manage their weight always have water with them. They drink a ton of water. If they do drink something that's not water, like a pop or a soda, it may be 1 per day. And it's always going to be diet, because they know better than to drink their calories unless they're celebrating, and we'll get more into celebrating. They just aren't willing to drink their calories. You're not going to see them glamorize a protein shake. If they make a protein shake, it's simply protein powder and water shaken up. That's all it is. They don't glamorize or bougie up anything. They drink a ton of water. Water is always on them. And rarely will you see them drink anything else unless they're celebrating of some sort. And again, it'll typically be diet, not regular if it's pop or soda. Speaking of drinking, number 6, those that manage their weight are not heavy drinkers, meaning alcohol. They know better. They know that alcohol is a huge sabotager to weight maintenance. They know that alcohol is celebratory, and you save it for those occasions. And when you are celebrating, you don't overdo it, because again, you know that you're on a plan year-round, that there's no off season, and that tomorrow you have to get up and you have to grind and you have to get on with your day, even if it's a weekend, and you may have a workout, exercise, or walk to get in. So they're not willing to do that, because they know what a sabotager it is, not only with their weight, but also how it can play a role in the following day. It's very well managed, because again, there is no off season with those that manage their weight. Number 7, something that those that manage their weight do very well, that those that don't have a real hard time with, is those that manage their weight don't make excuses. What they do is simply what they do. It is just part of their life. It's like going to work every day. It's like making the bed. It's like taking a shower. It's like going to your annual physical or going to your dentist every 6 months to get your teeth cleaned. It's what you do. It's just part of your day. There's not a lot of thought about it, because it's not like you're on a plan, because there's never an off season, right? So there's really no plan. The plan is always in motion, no off season. Number 8, they don't snack. You will not see those that manage their weight snacking. They know, once again, this can be a huge sabotager. They eat their meals intentionally and deliberately, and again, they don't require all the bells and whistles with their eating. They don't get bored because they know this is what it takes to manage your weight. It's simple. It's simple. It doesn't need to be super tasty. You'll get your tasty, yummy stuff when you celebrate, which is on a rare occasion. The one thing that those that manage their weight do is they understand their body, not the neighbor's body, not the coworker's body, not your sister's body, not your sister-in-law's body, but they understand their own body and they know how much celebrating they can get away with. And when they do, there's no guilt around it because they're always on the plan. Those that manage their weight are not open to night snacking. It is just not up for negotiation. There's no popcorn while watching Hulu or Netflix. They know better. Number 9, they have routines, systems, and a sense of organization to their day-to-day life. They don't fly by the seat of their pants. They live intentionally and deliberately. They don't see this as overrated at all. They know that those that think that being organized and having routines and systems and having a plan, they know that those that think that's overrated, they know that it makes sense you'd feel that way based on what you're maintaining or what you're not. And number 10, they don't have body image and food issues. Because when you have body image and food issues, often you're not going to be able to maintain your weight. Because it's a roller coaster and you're on one plan and off the plan and on this diet and off that diet and you've tried this, and none of those worked for me when really they all work. They all work. Every diet plan works, believe it or not, if it's followed. It's not that the diet didn't work, it's you didn't work for the diet, but most people can't take accountability for that, especially the ones that don't know how to manage their weight. So if you want to manage your weight, first you got to get there, and then you have to understand this hard truth. Because what I just shared with you today, the 10 rules or the 10 boundaries, what I'm sharing with you today is what's required for you to get to your weight window. And then once you get there, you're just going to keep doing it because there's no off season. No off season. I know. It's it's hard to chew on. I know. But you know what? You know what's hard? Hard could be where you're at. Because if you are not satisfied with where you're at today, that's hard. That's really hard. Yeah. So while everything I just shared with you may be hard, what you're living is hard as well, right? It's all hard. Choose your hard. The choice will always be yours. And if you rely on motivation and inspiration to get you to your goals, it'll fail you. Especially if it's coming from an outside source, because that's the bonus today. Those that manage their weight, they don't rely on motivation and outside influencers to get them to get the job done. They know that momentarily that may inspire you, right? It's just what they do. Because they know that if they don't, they won't be where they're at. They won't be managed and maintained. When I work with my clients, that's one of the biggest things that's hardest for them to stomach is the fact that once I get this weight off, you mean you're telling me I still have to do this? Yeah, it's hard. Mm-hmm. Choose your hard. You can stay where you're at. I can't force you to choose different. I can't do that. You have to make that choice. But just know where you're at may be hard, and maintaining is going to be hard as well. Choose your hard. Choose your hard. Thank you for being here. Thanks for sitting through this tough talk with Tracy that needs to be done. I don't sugarcoat anything, folks. Ask any one of my clients. That's why they love me. That's why I'm maxed to capacity with coaching. That's why I'm highly sought after, is because I don't sugarcoat anything. I am not coaching to be your friend. I'm coaching to get raw and real and tell you the truth that you typically don't want to believe. I'm going to challenge you when you say you're unlucky and someone else is lucky. I'm going to challenge that because I'm always going to prove, once I peel back the layer of what you're doing and how you're living your life and the choices you're making, that you are where you are today because of you. You weren't handed some loaded gun and now you pulled the trigger. Right? Yeah, that's how it would work. Oh, I have obesity in my family. Okay, what does it have to do with you? You didn't come out of the womb obese. You can't throw that one at your coach. All right? As always, links in the description box below. Check out my recent videos. I recently shared some new purchases that I made, and I also did a swimwear and beachwear video. When this video goes out, I will be on vacation with my family, but I look forward to coming back, and I think the next video will be monthly empties for the month of June and July, so watch for that to come. As always, outfit and beauty details will be linked, and I will see you in the next video. I'll also see you on Instagram stories where you will hear tough talks just like this. If you're not checking it out daily, you could miss something. So make sure you're following along there. Subscribe to my Friday newsletter because I share a lot of great content there, and we'll see you soon. Take care.